Hello everyone, welcome back. In the last video, we saw these two variables. In this video, we will discuss them in detail. We will learn what is a variable, how to declare a variable in JavaScript, how to use a variable in JavaScript, and what is a constant in JavaScript. Let's get started. Variables are just like a container. Let's look at a real-life example to better understand this concept. Let's say you like to take snacks. You take them every day at noon. Your snack time does not change. It is always at noon. And you have a snack container that you have labeled as snack. One day it could be cucumbers. The other day it could be carrots. And yet another day it could be tomatoes. If we look at this example, we see that your snack container contents can change depending on your preference of vegetable for that day. Such a container whose contents can vary or change, we call such a container a variable. Okay, enough of real-life example. Let's look at from JavaScript context. Let's say we have these string data values. If you don't know what is a string, please watch my video on data types. Link is here as well as in the video description. So we have these string values, cucumbers, carrots, and tomatoes. How can we store these values in JavaScript? Just like real life example, we need to store these in a container. In JavaScript, we call this container a variable. Now let's learn how to declare a variable in JavaScript. In JavaScript, we declare a variable like this. Let variable name equal to variable value. Here the square brackets tell us that it is optional. So we can declare it just using let snack semicolon and assign a value later, or we can declare variable and assign the value at the same time. Here let is telling JavaScript that we are declaring a variable and giving that variable a name, which in this example is called snack, and equal sign is telling JavaScript what value to put in that container. And then we are ending this statement with a semicolon. Note that I said statement. Just like English or any other language where we follow certain grammar rules, and one such rule is to finish statements with period, right? In JavaScript programming, we call these grammar rules as syntax. And in JavaScript, we need to end statements with semicolons. Please note that equal sign here is not same as in mathematics. It is not saying that snack variable and cucumbers are one and same thing, or they are equal to each other. What it is saying is that we are assigning or giving a value, which in this case is string cucumbers, to snack variable. In JavaScript, you can use either double quotes or single quotes to surround string values. When JavaScript processes this statement, it processes the let and it allocates an area in memory. Think of that area as container, and then it labels it as snack. It then puts string cucumbers value in it. And with semicolon, it just closes that container. Now let's look at how we can log this value to the console or use the variable in a console statement. When JavaScript processes this statement, it sees that snack is a variable and not a word. So it first goes into the computer memory and locates the area which has name as snack. Then it reads its value and uses that value to log it into console window. Now let's try to change the snack variable value and assign a different value to it. In this case, that's carrots. When JavaScript processes this statement, It replaced the existing value in the variable with the new value, which is carrots. Another thing to note here is that once you declare a variable with let, you don't have to use let keyword again for the same variable. Now let's see how we can read the current value and log it to the console window. When JavaScript looked into the memory this time, it finds the new value, which is carrots, and log it onto the console window. Now let's learn a few things about variable names in JavaScript. Variable names in JavaScript are case sensitive. So if we have two variables with the same name that differ in case, then they are really two different variables in JavaScript. For example, snack variable with all lowercase name and the snack variable with the proper case, meaning the first letter upper, are two different variables in JavaScript. Also, the name of the variables in JavaScript must start with character, and it can have number or symbols as part of its names as long as it does not start with the number. Also, please note that you cannot use JavaScript reserved keywords as variable names, like if, for example, which is a JavaScript keyword. We have not covered if yet, and that is exactly we will cover in the next video. Let's look at some bad practices with the JavaScript declaration that you might come across and you should avoid. You may come across a code example using var keyword. This works, but it is not recommended as it is used for backward compatibility. Instead, use let to declare a variable. You may also see code examples where people are not using let or const keyword to declare a variable. They just use the variable name and assign a value. Again, that works, but it's not recommended. We have not discussed the const keyword, and that is exactly we are going to discuss in the next slide. Now that we know what is a variable, let's discuss another concept related to it, and that is constant. A constant is a variable whose values does not change during the program. Remember, in our example related to snacks earlier, we said snack time is always known and it doesn't change. In JavaScript, we declare constants using const keyword before the variable name. Once declared and initialized, a constant variable value cannot change for the duration of the program. As you can see, if we try to change the value, we get assignment to constant variable error. Alright, let's see all this in action and head over to stackblitz. I'm already logged into stackblitz and I have opened the index.js. It is blank at the moment, and I'm going to make the console window all the way up so that we just see the JavaScript file and the console window. Now let's declare a variable with the name snack and assign a value of string cucumbers to it. Here we are declaring a variable with the let statement and giving this variable name as snack and assigning a string value of cucumbers to it, and terminating the statement with semicolon. Now let's try to log this snack variable's value to the console window using console statement. As you can see that as soon as I typed in console.log and snack, terminating the statement semicolon, the snack variable's value cucumber is logged into the console window. So you can see that the console statement is not treating snack as a keyword. Instead, it's going into the memory, reading the snack variable value and logging that value to the console. Now let's try to change a snack variable value to something else, maybe carrots. As you can see that the snack variable value is now carrots. Now let's try to change it one more time and log the current value of snack and see if really got changed. And you can see that the snack variable value is now showing as tomatoes. Now let's look at how we can create a constant in JavaScript. So here you can see that I use the const keyword and then the variable or constant name. It is a convention to use all uppercase letter for the constant variable name, and then we are assigning a value of noon string to it. Now let's try to log this constant value on the console window using the console statement. And as you can see that JavaScript is logging the snack time, which is a constant, on the console window as noon. Now let's try to see what happens when we try to change a constant variable value. So here I'm trying to assign a different value to the constant variable, and let's look at the console window what happens as soon as I save this file. And you can see that in the console window JavaScript is complaining assignment to constant variable error. So there you go. This was a quick demo of declaring variables in JavaScript as well as declaring constants. So in this video we'll learn what is a variable, how to declare a variable in JavaScript, how to use a variable in JavaScript using console log statement, and what is a constant variable in JavaScript, and what happens when you try to change a constant variable's value. I hope now you understand what are variables, and now you can start using them in your JavaScript code. Thanks for watching this video. Please click the like button, share with your family and friends, and if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe now. In the next video we will learn the if statement. See you next time.